In Movies and Money, Hollywood is already rolling out the summer films. Our film critic Erik Childress is on the summer scene for us. Hello, Erik. The new John Krasinski film, If, came up short at the box office. How is that going over with the film studio, and what's your reaction?
Well, if they're asking me about it, I'd be saying how it is one of the most baffling big studio releases in some time. Throughout watching it, I could hear Roger Ebert's immortal words about Rob Reiner's North, exclaiming how he hated this movie. But that's just me, though. If we're talking numbers, the film ended the weekend with about $33 million, lower than the lowest of expectations of a $40 million start. The hope is that polled families did seem to like the film, even if critics didn't. But with a $110 million price tag, this is a film that's going to need some legs or a decent international haul to break even.
2 more summer movies get a shot this weekend, including the new Mad Max.
I'm Furiosa!
The darkest of angels. The question is, do you have it in you to make it epic?
Are you really excited about this one?
How can any movie or action fan not be excited about George Miller returning to the world of Mad Max, especially after crafting one of the greatest action spectacles of all time with Mad Max Fury Road? Now with Furiosa, Anya Taylor-Joy steps into the shoes of Charlize Theron in what some are already calling one of the best prequels ever made. Furiosa will certainly need to in order to cover the reported $168 million budget. Of course, also for families is the Garfield movie, where the Monday-hating cat gets the animated treatment after a pair of live-action efforts with Bill Murray voicing. Those two movies combined barely got over $100 million, so we'll see if the animation plus voice work by Super Mario himself, Chris Pratt, will supplant If as the family film of choice this holiday weekend. Expect Furiosa to be on top, with Garfield second and If coming in third.
Clearly, you are a fan, so what's your weekend viewing plan here, Erik?
Yes, Angie. To get yourself prepped for Furiosa in all its glory, Max is currently showing all of the Mad Max films on their service to get yourself reacquainted with the whole series and how it evolved. What began as a low-budget, raucous Australian story about cops and gangs in 1979 with Mel Gibson as Mad Max got a sequel a few years later, the apocalyptic follow-up known in the States as The Road Warrior, which featured some of the most incredible car chases and stunts ever seen at the time and still to this day. In 1985, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome brought in Tina Turner as the villain and expanded the world with a focus on how myths threaten the survival of the next generation. Then 20 years later, George Miller somehow did it all again and surpassed everything that came before, with Tom Hardy stepping into the role and partnering him with one of the greatest heroines we've ever seen, and played masterfully by Charlize Theron in a role she should have been nominated for in Mad Max Fury Road. A marathon of these 4 films and then headed out to see Furiosa in a theater to cap it all off sounds like the perfect day of movie watching to me.
Enjoy. Thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.